There's Retford, there's Balham, Sutton Cumlound. Okay, well, this is, cool first round. In this video, I'm doing a classic Geoguessr challenge where I'm going to go into the diverse world map. I'm allowed to move, I'm allowed to pan, I'm allowed to zoom, and I get 2 minutes to find out where I am. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Geoguessr YouTube channel, and welcome to the series where I'm trying to see if I have what it takes to become a Geoguessr pro. And like I said, today, we're just going through a diverse world. It's a good way to tune up my skills, to get me back into this game that I haven't played in a while. So I'm going to go in here. As you can see, I'm allowed to move, I'm allowed to pan, I'm allowed to zoom, 2 minutes per round, and I'm going to make this a challenge link. I'm going to copy the link, and if you guys want to play along in the comments, I'm sure you'll all do much better than I, but we're going to get right into this. We're going to start the game, and we're going to see if I still have my old Geoguessr chops, and maybe the chops that it takes to become a future top player. So let's just take a look here. Moving, panning, zooming, I'm not used to this. Well, right away, okay, so let's look at some of the hints here. I'm going to try not to use too much of my old Geoguessr knowledge, but look at this. We're driving on the left. We have English. It looks similar in climate to where I live in Canada. Lots of English. Breeden, Idle Valley. This all points to this being the United Kingdom. These little posts on the side of the road that are called bollards, if you weren't aware, these are also found only in the United Kingdom, I believe. So I'm pretty certain on the country. White front plates, and if we see yellow plates on the back of the cars, that's another good hint, because every car in the United Kingdom has yellow plates on the back of the car. Now let's take a look at some of these signs. Idle Valley Nature Reserve, we could find that, but with only 2 minutes, I don't know if that's possible. Maybe this bus stop could help us. I can't really read anything, so let's keep going. Let's just put our marker down, just to make sure we don't lose time. I'm going to assume it's maybe southern UK. I'm not really sure, although this could be central or northern. I'm really not sure. I don't really remember too much about when I used to play. So some of these little region guessings within countries I'll struggle a bit with. But it does feel quite rural. It doesn't feel like we're really near a big city or anything. Let's see. What does this say? Ooh, here we go. A sign. Oh, yellow plates on the back too. There you go. Scooby, Sutton. Alright, well, let's try and find Scooby, Ranskill, Barnbymore. I mean, look, it doesn't get more British than this. Sutton, Lown, Babworth, Wetland Lakes. I don't know where this is. I don't know where the Wetland Lakes are. Maybe we're somewhere outside Birmingham. I'm not sure. But we got 18 seconds left, so let's just maybe see if we can quickly find one of these places. I'm really looking for Scooby. We got Gooley, Scunthorpe, Barton upon Humber, Hesley. Yeah, I mean, it could be up more north, Lake District National Park, Yorkshire Dales. I don't think we're going to find it. I'm going to hedge a bit closer to Birmingham, and we're going to see what we get. Okay, not bad. It was east of Sheffield. Oh, there's Retford. There's Balham. Sutton Cumlound. Okay, well, this is, cool first round. I mean, we got some very stereotypical British-sounding places, and we had lots of really good hints there to show that we were truly in the UK, so as a map to really make sure I know what I'm doing. If I had missed that round, I know maybe I don't have what it takes to eventually become a pro, but I'm glad we got only 130 kilometers away and a score of 4,600. Let's move on to this round. This feels northern or southern, and I can't tell which. Where's the sun? A good hint when you're playing Geoguessr is to see if the sun's in the north or south. Here, the sun's clearly not in the south, but it's more, but it's to our west. When the sun is not clearly to the north or south, it's really impossible to make a hemisphere guess, because if the sun is in the north, you're in the southern hemisphere. If the sun's in the south, you're in the northern hemisphere, and that's a good way to distinguish which half of the planet you're on. Oh boy, this architecture. This feels, oh no. Oh, this is going to be really bad, because this feels really northern to me. And this architecture, my immediate gut reaction was that it was like Russian, like Eastern Russian, and I would like to explain why I feel that, but I can't really. It's this, I don't know, this like old style with these specific roofs. It just feels like that, but we're in the mountains. I'm a little confused, because what's bad is that, okay, so these poles have hooks like this. This looks like a Soviet kind of pole, I would say. My only other worry would be something like Chile, but I can't really tell what it is. Let's take a look here. Yeah, I mean, long license plates. Feels like a European plate. This feels like remote, desolate Russia to me. I mean, just the coldness, Look at this. Like, this looks like something out of a Soviet war film. It's completely dilapidated. These wooden poles. I'm going to assume I'm somewhere out in eastern Russia. Somewhere really remote here, out near the mountains or something. I don't think we're near Vladivostok. Maybe somewhere here. Like one of these small towns kind of within the mountains. But we're very northern, so it actually could be up here somewhere. I think there are some towns up here, but I think they're near volcanoes. This would be my second guess, near Kamchatsky. Okay, I got the region right. Being able to kind of region guess Russia is good. I didn't know they had coverage up here in Ust-Nera. Guys, there are people that live here in Ust-Nera. And we were out in, like, just sort of on the outskirts. Ulitsa Nersky Mikrorayon. So, yeah, that is a very interesting settlement in Russia. I didn't know they had coverage all the way up here. I knew it felt way more northern than where I clicked. But like I said, I didn't know they had coverage all the way up into Siberia there. So, yeah, 1,538. Not the best score, but I got that it was Eastern Russia, which is something I tried to explain throughout the video, or throughout the round. But it's something you sort of just get when I used to play a lot. You'd get some rounds that just feel Russian. But it's a lot of Soviet architecture, wooden poles, kind of broken up houses, stuff like that. So that was the main reason. Now this round, this could be anywhere. This is just desert. Ooh, what is this tire? Okay, there's a tire on the side of the road. Can I see where the sun is? Am I crazy? Is that the sun? That seems directly to my east. Okay, this is a little scary. What color? Okay, so here's one tip. This was my first reaction. When the Google car is black like this and you have desert, black Google car is found in a bunch of countries, but countries with desert that see the black Google car, you see the black Google car almost always in Argentina, or all of Argentina has a black Google car, I should say. And Uruguay also has a black Google car, and you sometimes see it in Peru. You know, if you just look at this map, you could think maybe this is Mexico or the United States as well, because the landscape looks kind of similar. But I think this is probably Argentina just because of this tip that I remember from a long time ago. The black Google car is found in Argentina. Hopefully that hint pays off. Let's see if we have anything else here, because there is nothing. It's just flat. But what we do have is a big mountain range directly to our west, like a huge mountain range. So let's just get into Argentina and let's look for some mountains on our west where we're in the desert. Like we're in a really, really flat area. Could we just be along this highway or something? What direction is our highway going? No, it's going very east to west, and we're driving basically towards the mountains. This feels too mountainous here. Oh boy, could we be on like this road here? It's not quite east to west enough. It's not the exact right road angle, but somewhere along here in Argentina, along the western side, maybe it's a little more south. Let me click a little more south. That might not pay off, but I'm going to go for it. Let's see if we're right. Oh, it was roughly where I clicked before, north of Mendoza, actually. My older guess would have been better, but I decided to go more south because there wasn't much vegetation, but we were just near Mendoza on this. Oh, we weren't even on a main highway. We were on this east to west highway, and here are the mountains that we saw. Quebrada de Hielo, I should say. And, oh man, okay, so fair enough. This was a very flat area with some mountains right here. That makes a lot of sense to be near Mendoza, but I'm not upset with my guess. Again, I got the country right, and that's 3 countries in a row, which I'm pretty proud of. So let's go to the next round. Okay, so right away, one of the big tips I remember is the yellow license plate tips, and that's only found in a few countries. And for this round here, yep, as I predicted, okay, famous Geoguessr meta. So you look here, you see some English, but you see yellow license plates. Now, yellow license plates are found on the front of cars in Luxembourg, Netherlands, Colombia, and Ghana, and maybe some more that have some yellow plates. But obviously, this isn't a European-style plate. And look at the people. These people do not look European. They look like African people. And that's pretty clear. It's all of them. It's not just a few of them. But the big clue here that makes me sure it's Ghana is this tip here. It's a bit of a meta tip. I would have got Ghana without of it because of the people around, the yellow license plate, and the English on the sign with this very warm climate. But when you see the black tape on the Google car like this, on the front right part of the roof rack, always Ghana. It's a famous Geoguessr tip. If you see that black tape, you are in Ghana. So I'm certain we're in Ghana. And I probably should have done a little more looking around to try and figure out what city I'm in instead of explaining that. Let's take a look. Transport of London bus service in Accra, Cape Coast branch. Oh, wait, Cape Coast is a different city. So I think we might be in Cape Coast. And that kind of makes sense because this says Cape Coast branch. So I would assume we're in Cape Coast. Do we have anything else here that says we might be in Cape Coast? Okay, I don't think so. Let's take a look at the road angle. We're quite north-south, very slightly northeast in Cape Coast. Now, this is a big city with a lot of winding roads. This looks like it could work, something along here. Let's see. What does this say? .org, a better Ghana. I mean, you know, if you didn't know you were already in Ghana, there's plenty of hints to get you to that answer. Cold store. We got 2 seconds. I'm pretty happy with our guess here in Cape Coast. Let's see if we're right. Nope. We're not. We're on the outskirts of Kumasi in a place called Ofuase Kokoben. Or, sorry, Anwiat and Kwanta. That's strange that the bus stop sign said Cape Coast branch. Maybe they were going to Cape Coast. You know, it didn't really feel coastal, but when I saw Cape Coast on the sign, I said, I'm going for it, right? And the thing is, in Ghana, you'll still get a good score even if you get the city wrong. I still got 4,600 points, and I got the city wrong. So, another country right, that's 4 in a row. Let's see if we can end this off with 5 countries in a row on my first game back at Moving Diverse World. Alright, so immediately, yeah, okay, I know what country we're in. So, there's a few hints to help you out. The first hint here, when I first saw when I spawned in, was this language here. Now, this looks like maybe Mandarin, maybe Japanese, and if you're not sure of the difference, you might still not know what country we're in. But one of the big things is the camera is very low. It's something you get a feel for as you play rounds, but if you compare this now, if you skip back in the video and you look at the last few rounds, the camera was a little bit higher off the ground, and that's due to privacy laws in this country where it has to be lower. This country and Switzerland. Now, look at this car, these big white license plates. It's a Japanese branded car. As we move around, very Japanese architecture. You see some Japanese or Mandarin writing. You might not know the difference. I know this is Japanese writing. I know this is Japan, but this architecture wouldn't really fit for Taiwan. But anyway, the final big hint. The bottom of these poles. Do you see these poles here? The bottom of them have a yellow and black stripes. When they're vertical stripes like this, just a small little set of vertical stripes near the bottom, that indicates you are in Japan. There are some other ones for Korea and Taiwan that I will maybe show you in a future video, but for now we know we're in Japan, and Japan also has yellow license plates, but only on the back of the car. And you can see what I mean by low camera here. We are like the camera's almost level with the bottom of this box, right? There's another Japanese brand. You can see the back of the white car. You can see we're driving on the left. These are all hints for Japan. Now, as for the region, to me, it feels quite cold and mountainous, so I'm willing to go a little more north. Why do I say it's cold? I don't know. Maybe it's because I live in a cold climate. The trees aren't fully leaved. The trees aren't super big. You can see some mountains over there. It doesn't feel tropical to me. We don't see lots of like tropical trees and stuff. So I'm going to guess somewhere up in northern Japan, up near some mountains. It could even be Hokkaido, which is this island up here. But I'm going to stay where I am because just in case it's a little more central, I don't want to be too wrong. And it was as southern as it gets. So clearly my Japan region guessing is not great, but I am aware that Japan is one of the hardest countries to guess in on this game, so I'm not too upset. I got the country again. I got 5 countries in a row. Let's zoom in on the city. We were in Kogashima, maybe? Was that what it said? I'm not really sure. I can't really... Aida, Kagoshima, outskirts of Kagoshima, so I'm not upset with that. I mean, I didn't get a great score. For moving on Diverse World, I know lots of people can go no moving, no panning, no zooming and get 24,000 points on this map. But for me, just getting back into this game, being able to get 16,000 points is quite good, I believe. I'm pretty happy with that score. And what we're going to do now is, I think, just for you guys, I'm going to do 30 seconds, no moving. And I'm going to see if I can get 5 countries in a row right. Just an extra little challenge at the end. I know the classic Diverse World is the fun one. You get to move around, but I want to challenge myself as well. I got 5 countries in a row, and I recognize them all pretty early, so I want to see, without moving, with only 30 seconds per round, can I get 5 more countries correct? Let's get into this. Well, right away, this writing here, it looks kind of like Hindi, or maybe Bangla, or Bengali, as you may know it. So this is India or Bangladesh, but I don't think India has coverage like this, and, okay, so another tip, you see red and green on the Google car. The way I remember it is if you see a red and green car, it matches the Bangladesh flag, which is also red and green, so I'm going to guess near Dhaka, which is usually where the coverage is, and let's see if I'm right. Okay, it was very north up in Rangpur, but guess what? I got another country right. I recognize it was Bangladesh without moving, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's move on to the next round. This one's going to be a little bit harder. Let's take a look at the license plates. Blue strip on the left. Cars are driving on the right. There's a Dodge. Oh, no. I got 18 seconds. I got 18 seconds. This could be like Italy, maybe? I feel like it's probably not, but my gut tells me it's probably Italy. Oh, no, but it wouldn't be without the 2 blue strips. I'm actually going to switch to France. Southern France. Oh, this is bad. Oh, it was France! Yes! It was eastern France, like I guessed. It wasn't southern near the Alps. That was a poor guess, because it wasn't really mountainous. But we were up near Germany. I figured out it wasn't Italy at the end. The architecture didn't quite feel Italian, and I noticed that most cars in Italy have 2 blue strips, one on the left of the plate, one on the right. I didn't see any of those. You do see that in France sometimes, but France just felt like a better guess there. Wow, I'm really impressed with myself. I got these 2 right within 30 seconds. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we have a palm tree, Berhenti, and we're driving on the left. So, Berhenti, oh, I always forget if that's Malaysia or Indonesia. I think it's Malaysia. I think this is Malaysia. That would be my guess. Are there any other hints to show that this might be Malaysia? Oh, that white and black stripe post probably means something. I'm going to guess Malaysia, somewhere just on the outskirts of Kuala Lumpur, and I'm going to pray that I'm right. It was Malaysia. It was this part of Malaysia. It was just on the east coast. I thought, oh, before this loaded in, I thought I was in Indonesia, but no, it was Malaysia. Wow, we're doing better on the no moving in 30 seconds than we did in the full 2 minutes. Now, to be fair, we did get countries like Japan, Argentina, and Russia on the moving round, which are very large countries. And so far here, we've got, what, Malaysia, France, and I already forget what the first round was. So I'm pretty excited for this seed. Like, let's see if we can finish this off with a bang. Oh, no, I don't know this car. What is this car? This looks like an island somewhere. This is not a normal Google car. It's a special Google car on an island. What language do we have? We're driving on the left. There's no way this is ever Christmas Island, is it? I don't think this is Christmas Island, but I'm going to go for it because I know Christmas Island has coverage. I think the car is a bit different on Christmas Island. I think I'm wrong. I think this might be the end of our country streak. It was the Cocos and Keeling Islands, which, though I'm pretty sure these are all part of Australia, technically. So I'm pretty sure I got the country right. So the Christmas Island car must be different to the Cocos and Keeling Island car, but I knew it was an island out here in the Pacific, and I still got 3,000 points for the Cocos and Keeling Islands. I'm pretty happy. So that's something I'm going to remember. The car with the little, I don't know what that was. It almost looked like an air vent or air duct or something sticking off the car. I'm going to remember that for the next time. Because I think the Christmas Island Google car is a little bit different, but that's pretty awesome. So can we get 5 countries in a row, no moving, with 30 seconds on Diverse World to end off this video? I think we can. Famous last words, right? That is... Oh, is that just an Indonesian flag? Charon Pokpand Jaya Farm. Or is that Java Farm? Jaya Farm? Class Mild Silver. Great Taste Some English. Megabok. Yeah, I think this is just Indonesia. I mean, this flag pretty much gives it away. We're driving on the left with motorcycles, kind of in the jungle. This is Indonesia. If you know your flags, you'll get this country right. The problem is Indonesia is literally one of the... Oh, no! I didn't click. I didn't realize we had only 1 second left. I was too busy explaining, but you guys saw that I got the country right, and I clicked about here near Jakarta, so I would have got a good amount of points. I'll count that. I know I didn't get the guess right, but I think I would have gotten close to 20,000 if I had clicked there. And, you know, we'll give myself the benefit of the doubt. I'm not used to playing these fast 30-second rounds, but you guys know I got the country right. So I'm pretty happy. We got 10 countries in a row on Diverse World, 5 moving, 5 not moving, and we did much better on the not moving round in 30 seconds. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with my performance, and I think this is a great early episode in the series to get things started. But that'll do it for this video. If you enjoyed, leave a comment, leave a like, do whatever you want, because I'm super happy with any support I can get on this channel as we progress towards being a Geoguessr Pro. I'm GeoGoose. We'll catch you in the next video.